Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I will be walking you through my coloring process for this water nymph illustration. So here I have my sketch and a color block on the left hand side. This will be where I will be picking my base colors from. To start my process, I will change the blending mode of my sketch to multiply and lower the opacity. Then I will create a new layer under the sketch for my base colors, making sure that each element such as hair, skin, background, etc. are all on separate layers. Once I'm done with that, I will start with the skin layer and create a clipping mask above it. I will pick an orangish red color and with a gouache brush, we'll add blush. I repeat the same process again, this time using a more textured brush for the shadows underneath her neck, nose, and down her back. I set these layers to multiply and lower the opacity. Moving onto the hair, I apply a similar process of creating clipping masks. I mess around with blending modes and opacity and make sure to add a base shadow to the hair. Then on top of that, I will add light and dark hair strands for dimension. I repeat the clipping mask process to her dress/water, always trying different blending modes to see what works best. Most of the time for shadows, I will use multiply, and a quick tip is to use a desaturated, bright version of your base color. Next, I get started on line art. I create a layer on top of the sketch layer and take note of how this layer goes on top, whereas all the previous layers we've done so far for coloring have gone below it. I choose a textured chalky brush and go over the lines of my sketch, fine-tuning where I need it. Next, I add shadows by putting a new layer on top of everything and setting the blending mode to multiply. I then lower the opacity and start filling in shadows below her hairline, her nose, lips, neck, and in the waves. Now normally if I didn't have a background, this is where I would stop, but I want to add a bit of lighting, so what I will do is copy my canvas while hiding the background so that I only copy the character, and then I paste this on top of everything. This isolates my character and allows me to add light and shadows in a non-destructive way. On a new clipping mask layer set to multiply, I will pick the color of the background and fill in the entire layer. I then lower the opacity, and this helps create a more cohesive color by acting like a shadow and makes the character feel more like she's part of the background versus just sitting on top of it. Then I create a layer mask and erase bits of the shadow, which gives the effect of light peeking through. Once I'm done with that, I will select the layer mask, invert it, and on a new layer, fill it with a soft or yellow color. I will set this layer to add and lower the opacity. Finally, I will go in with a soft brush and test out different lighting effects in combination with different blending modes. My favorites are add and overlay. And for the last step, I will copy the new entire illustration and paste it to work with a flattened image. I will then turn up the saturation and use the curves tool and color balance to go one step further in matching my colors so that it's more cohesive. Finally, for a quick tip, as you can see throughout my video, there were moments when I would check my values by turning my illustration black and white. You can do this by creating a new layer on top of everything, filling it with black, and setting the blending mode to color. And that's that. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and please let me know if you guys have any questions. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and even share it with a friend. Thank you so much, and bye for now.